All right, well, welcome to tonight's call. It is April the 1st, and this is not an April Fool's joke. We really are together. And we are coming to you at 5 p.m. BC time. And I'm your co-host, Judy Friesen, for the LiveYounger Success Team LifeWave Success Live Younger Community call. It is on the first Tuesday of each month at 5 p.m. Pacific time. And just a reminder that we'll be meeting next month in May, and that will be on May the 6th. So mark your calendars. Anyway, we've got a jam-packed evening tonight. We've got lots of great speakers and testimonies and some real inspiration. But I just wanted to let you know that I'm back from my marketing entrepreneurs cruise that I took out of Puerto Rico. And it was for 1 week, and it was fabulous. I came away with 21 people that I met and talked with LifeWave to, and I have another couple hundred people in the directory that we can contact. And I've already got 5 or 6 appointments with those cold calls, and I am following up with those people that are very interested in LifeWave. And I'll let you know what is the final tally, but I've got hundreds of people to follow up with. I've already signed up one gentleman and his parents as customers as well. So I'm very happy with what we have in front of us. I came away having seen lots and lots of real interest, as well as real improvements using the IceWave as the demonstration patch. So I'm more and more of a believer as we go through, because I know that that this technology really does change lives and really works. So just thank you for everyone who was wishing me well while I was busy working 10-15 hours a day while I was on that cruise. But it was a lot of fun to have some downtime and meals with Robin and Gregory and Kai and Lynette and Robin and Gregory's kids that came along, and then 2 other LifeWave people that are in Robin's and Gregory's downline. And so that was really fun, and got to try the water because the Gregory has a portable machine with him. So that was really wonderful to try the new water and to look forward to that. So anyway, we have some pretty neat testimonials that we're going to hear from tonight, and then I'm going to have to leave early, and Carl's going to take over. So thank you very much. But Pete, over to you to make a few quick remarks, and then we can then move toward giving Lana the opportunity to share what she's come tonight with, which is going to be really amazing. So over to you, Pete.
Thank you so much, Judy, for all you do, and you're just such a wonderful MC, and we appreciate you from the bottom of our heart, Judy. So thank you for what you always do, and Carl won't look quite as good as you MCing, but he'll fit the bill real well here tonight. So runner up, awesome. So also, quick announcement here: our wonderful friend Kai is a bit under the weather. Him and Lynette got back from the cruise with Judy, and I don't know if they picked up something, but they're not feeling the greatest. So Kai will not be with us tonight as advertised. Thus, we're going to have the time to give Lana an extra 5 minutes tonight to share from her heart. But before we get into Lana, I just want to also share that we've got Rowena. She's downline from Carl, Roger and Corolla, and Lily. They're all in that line, and they're just such wonderful people. And Lily's got, Rowena has some matters to attend to. So we're going to jump into her testimony here real quick. She's been with us a number of years. She'll share with us. And I want to just turn over to Rowena from Winnipeg. And looking forward to seeing you and your husband, Chris, at the Winnipeg Roadshow this Friday, April 4th at 7 p.m. That starts. So Rowena, take it away. Unmute yourself and share with us.
Thank you. Yeah, it will be great to see you all again. And I haven't even been in LifeWave, not even 2 years yet. It feels like a whole lot longer, but time flies when you're having fun. So I had a food sensitivity to nightshades for years. Foods like peppers, tomatoes, oranges. And I used to break out with a rash on my hands that I couldn't even cut a tomato in my hand, or get tomato juice on my hand. After using the X39 for about 3 to 4 months, I tried to eat a mandarin orange. I thought I was going to flare up, but I didn't even think about X39 or what it may have done in my body. I just thought it had given me more energy. And so after eating that mandarin, waiting for the side effects, I had no flare up and no problems ever since. I even cut up like hundreds of tomatoes last fall when I was canning on my cutting board, and I didn't wear gloves and I had no issues, not even once. So it's just so good to be able to eat fresh foods from the garden and things again without thinking about what will happen, because my body healed itself from the inside out.
It's wonderful that we had Rowena to share with us, and hopefully we won't have any more technical issues. But moving right along, the main speaker tonight, or the feature speaker tonight, is going to be Lana from Regina, Saskatchewan. Really excited to have Lana with us, and for those that don't know, Lana has been with LifeWave now since, I guess, August is when we met for the first time in Regina, and we got her going, and she was so inspired, and she inspires us, and it's so great to have her here. She has a wonderful growing team in Regina area, and it's so amazing to meet people like Karen Holowas, who's going to be in Punta Mita, Mexico as well. So without further delay, I want to just call on Lana. She's going to be sharing with her servant heart. And one thing I've noticed about Lana, she deeply cares for people, and she just has a way of delivering that message very, very beautifully, and has developed such an amazing team. And we're so excited to have her on our call tonight, sharing with each and every one of you. So Lana, unmute and take it away.
I am
Share with us.
unmuted. I think everything should be good in here. Thanks, guys. Like, it's quite an honor to be called to share. It's been quite the journey. Like, never would I have thought that this would have been since August, and fast forward to April 1st, that I would be sharing my stories. But I'm deeply honored, and this has been such a gift. And I think I want to touch on the gift in this. First of all, I want to thank all the people who have shown their dedication to LifeWave through my introductions, and there's quite a few of them on the call tonight. I'm super excited. Our calls are growing, so just quick shout out to those who are on my team and on this call and are tuning in, and just so delighted to have you here, and so delighted to help you in whatever capacity I can help you with. And I think what I'm going to talk about tonight, there's a few things I wanted to talk about, but what I really wanted to talk about tonight was authenticity. And I'm going to get into that. But before I get into that, I'm going to share something very exciting. So prior to our call, I had the opportunity to meet with Carl. Carl, give a wave on your screen so people know who you are. So there's Carl. Carl and Judy, who you saw introduce the call tonight, Judy Friesen. And what was on my heart was that it is spring. And I know for those of you who were on last month's call, we addressed spring and what spring can hold for each of us. And, it's exciting. Spring is a time for Easter. For those who observe Lent, it's a time for just turning over a new leaf and looking forward to things ahead. And I mean, we're looking forward to warmer weather. It too is snowing in Saskatchewan. We're looking forward to, summer months ahead, but we can't forget what we've come through. We've come through the winter months. And even in your tone of voice, when you say winter, it's a little bit lower vibration when we talk about spring, which is more exciting. And what tends to happen is we collect a few toxins in our bodies along the way into wintertime. It's very easy to get caught into the eating celebrations around Christmas time. And then if we haven't pulled out of that, guess where all that gets stored? In our lovely bodies and our temples, and we need to take care of that. So as I was thinking about this, I addressed Carl and Judy, and we've decided it's time to do a team cleanse. And when I say a team cleanse, I mean everyone who's on this call and however far your arms can stretch. Because here's a couple of reasons why I thought this was timely. Number one, it's going to be spring and it's time to cleanse. So our bodies and our bodies will be the benefactor of a healthier, toxin-free system. Now, can anybody tell me if we have any tools that we could use to detoxify? I happen to know one. It's called the Renew or the glutathione patch. So how would everybody like to learn together how to use the glutathione patch under the guidance of some of our veterans in our team? And for example, Judy is a health coach and has utilized the glutathione patch for cleansing. I know there's a number of health enthusiasts on my team. I've also been around the block with natural health products a few times and know that cleansing is something that I do regularly. So we would like to link arms with you and do a cleanse. So we want to make it flexible in that the length of time is up to you. If you're an avid cleanser and you've done this a lot, join us. Maybe you want to do a 5 or extended day. Maybe if you're a first-time cleanser, getting through 1 day would be, a good accomplishment, or maybe a 3-day. So we're going to build out a time frame for which you can do your cleansing. We're going to build out a good, better, best protocol for using your patches. So for example, you'll be able to use your X39 throughout, and then your glutathione patch, and perhaps the SP6 to handle cravings, and maybe the Eon to handle any kind of adverse reactions that you might encounter along the way while you kick off those toxins out of your system. Just mark your calendar, because tentatively we'd like to start on April 27th. And there's a reason for that. We'd like you to get your patches and those who you would like to bring along on this cleanse prior to that, so we can all start together. And that way we can support one another, we can share experiences, we can share our recipes, we can give tips along the way. It's just a good way if we can link arms and do this together. That would be the most amazing way that we can support one another in giving our bodies a head start for the seasons ahead. The reason why we've chosen that date is because it gives us a couple of weeks to get started, to get our patches ordered and to get our heads wrapped around doing this cleanse, starting to teach our systems to hydrate well. I think everybody who is on the patches would know that they should be drinking lots of water. So let's get into that habit, putting a little bit of sea salt or Celtic sea salt or mineral salt into that water as a good electrolyte to support the work of the patches. And we'll get our heads ready for this new adventure together. And thirdly, and this was announced by corporate this past weekend, they're providing extra bonuses for people who are going to level up. So if you're a brand partner, please set a goal to become a manager. Now, how do we do that? We need 2 people on our right and 2 people on our left legs. And if this is all Greek to you, you have an upline director who would be happy to help you out with figuring this all out. But long story short, you need somebody that's active on your 2 people active on your right and your left. And there's some more stipulations behind that. We can always post the compensation plan so you understand this more deeply. But once you get from brand partner to manager, there's an extra bonus that corporate has provided to you. So guess what? If you get 4 of your friends, if you have nobody underneath you and say, hey, let's do a cleanse together, maybe you can get them to sign in as a core member, get their supplies, and get them started on working with the patches for doing their cleanse. So that's part of the incentive on why we want to do this before April 27th, because that's how long the corporate incentive is. And then there's another bonus for those who level from manager to director. So I know there's some people who are very close to hitting director in my team. I know Karen's just a breath away, and we're super excited for that. And I think this is just a really great way that's a win-win-win for everybody to benefit from a cleanse and the team building, and gather your friends. This might be a good way to introduce them to the power of the patches, because really it's amazing. If anybody wants to do some looking up on YouTube, you can find some of the wonderful people who put out channels. Dr. Stacy talks about detoxing. I think Dr. Jen O'Sullivan talks about detoxing, or speak to your upline director, and I'm sure that we would be able to lead you to some resources that would be insightful for you. But we're going to just do a lot of the heavy lifting for you together in setting up the program. And so please watch for your emails. Once you commit to it, you need to order your patches so that you can do it. And then we will have a separate chat set up. I haven't discovered what that will be yet. I'm hoping someone far more techier than I am is going to help me with that. And yeah, thanks for laughing at that, Carl. And hopefully we can all communicate together. So it'll be purposeful. The group will be purposeful. So please, I'm dropping this in your consciousness right now, and to think about that. How long will it last, Rowena? That will be up to you. I think we're going to have 3 options. So we'll probably do 1 day for people who just want to do 1 day. We'll do a 3-day for people who want to do 3. And then we'll do an extended for those who want to stay on. I know I just actually did a run of glutathione fur. I did a full sleeve of patches, and I ended up doing 6 weeks of not fasting. We'll be building intermittent fasting into it, but just the 36-hour fast once a week. And then I culminated in a 72-hour fast at the end of it. And yeah, I feel great. Wouldn't it be great to even look younger than we already look with these patches, hey? So anyway, hey, give me a thumbs up if you think this is something that you or your team would like to do. I just want to kind of, somebody can watch the screen for me just so we kind of have an idea. So that's on the horizon. Perfect. Thanks, guys. All right. So before I start to share, I just wanted to draw your attention to the emails that you're receiving from corporate. They are offering some really awesome incentives. So please don't delete them. Please read them. And if they confuse you, just ask your upline director or post in our chat. If you're not on the WhatsApp chat, let us know. We'll be happy to add you. And we're just so happy to answer your questions and help you however we can. So tonight, I wanted to share with you a couple of insights that I had this past weekend on I can't sell and the power of authenticity. So I'm going to take you back to how I started in LifeWave because it is a story of authenticity. And it stems to the gentleman that is in the middle of my screen who's looking down right now, but that's Pete. Pete and Hannah came and visited me in August of last year. At the time, I was having some issues with my shoulder. And they were so authentic in their delivery of what the patches could do that I listened. And I'm a busy girl. I own a health food store. I am constantly hit with every new health product and reps from supplement lines like crazy. And I typically try to chase them away. I'm so glad that their authenticity shone through, and I was able to hear what they said, and they cared. And that was at the core of their message, is that they cared. I was having shoulder issues at the time. I was having intense headaches that would knock me out of the game for sometimes 3 days. When you work your own business, you don't get the opportunity to take that time off. So oftentimes it was head on desk for a little while, find an ice pack and get back working. But it wasn't a lot of fun for my family. It wasn't a lot of fun for me. And I'm so grateful that those days are in the past. The shoulder pains in the past too. I really doubted if they would work. I have to admit. I thought this little patch is going to help my shoulder pain. Yeah, right. And then it did. So within 4 days, the inflammation was down, the pain was reduced. I had full range of motion, and my eyes were wide open. What the heck is this? And that's when I went on the deep dive. So Pete was so kind in sending me some videos that sparked my curiosity. There's a ton. If anybody hasn't searched through YouTube, put some keywords in there that intrigue you. LifeWave, phototherapy, patches. You're going to find a ton of things. Once you find a channel that you love, just go through it and learn. Well, I came across somebody that I had a lot of respect for and found her channel, and I've learned so much, and I won't stop learning. And I hope I never ever hit the point where I know everything about these things, because I think there's so much power in this product that we haven't even scratched the scratch of the surface. So what I wanted to highlight there is authenticity. I've heard so many people say, I've joined just for myself and my family, or I don't want to share this with anybody because I'm not a salesperson. And I want to tell you that perhaps you aren't a salesperson, but are you authentic? And I've looked at the list of people who are on this line tonight, and I can tell you with confidence that everybody that is on here is authentic. And guess what? You're on here because you're curious about the patches, or you believe in the patches, or you're somewhere up along that spectrum. So you already have authenticity. And what is authenticity? It's being true to ourselves. It's sharing experiences genuinely. And what does that do? That equals trust and connection. And that, my friends, is what you need to build this business. Trust and connection. You don't need to be a salesperson. So what I want you to do right now is reflect upon your own LifeWave journey. I know there's some people in this group that have barely started. So why did you begin? What was it that prompted you to begin? Now, there's people on this call that, like Rowena, have been in this for a number of years. Pete, you've been in it for years. Lots of people have been using this technology for years. Why are you still here? Because you've had an experience, and that experience has crept into your authenticity, and that authenticity shines through in what you share. So none of you have to be salespeople. You don't have to be salespeople at all. You just have to be authentic with your experiences. Now, let's say you don't have an experience yet. You know, you just started on the patches and you've connected with the person that shared this with you, but do they have an experience? Have they shared something with you? Well, I want to tell you that you can borrow my experience if you need, because I'm willing to share my experience so that you can share it with others. And I will tell you it comes from my heart, that it is authentic and it is my truth. And it is the truth. I've said this to my friend Joe. I see Joe's on the call tonight. Thanks, Joe, for joining us. I will tell you 100% these patches work. I don't have one bit of doubt that they work. How fast they work depends on your body. So that's the only condition I make when I tell people that these patches work. I just don't know how fast and how willing you are to put the work into the building blocks that your body needs. And most people who are looking for solutions to health issues are willing to do at least a little bit of work. Are you willing to grab your water bottle more than maybe, you know, you might have before instead of your coffee cup? Are you willing to throw a little bit of, you know, salt in it instead of, you know, leaving it plain, or drinking, you know, a soda pop instead? What are we willing to do, and what's the trade-off that we're willing to have? So I think that everybody wants to feel better. I think that that's unequivocal with our whole population. And I'm sure you've heard the Tony Robbins quote, and I'm not going to get it perfect, but here's the gist of it. With our health, we have a million dreams, and without our health, we have but one, or something of that description. And it's very true. We all have our gifts, and we have been gifted something. And so in with authenticity comes our gifts. If you think about what you do, if someone says to you, what do you do? How do you answer that question? Think about that. What do you do? That was my wide awake moment when my husband, actually, who lived in BC prior to living in Saskatchewan, told me, when you ask people in BC what they do, they say, I snowboard, I ski, I hike. And in Saskatchewan, I would answer it, well, I work at a health food store. But what do you do? What do you identify with? What makes your heart happy? And that's what you do. And I believe that we all have a gift to share in what we do. And I don't think it's our professions. I think it's a gift that we have. So we want each and every person's light to shine bright in this world, because we all have different gifts. And in order to do that, we need our health. So I'm just going to remind you that this is a gift, because the gift of LifeWave has given me the ability to share what I love to do in a better way. And I would believe that each of you, maybe if you haven't even thought about your gifts, maybe tonight's the night to start thinking about what your gift is. And are you sharing that gift with 100% of your ability, with your health in your back pocket that's shining through? So we all need that. We all need that. So where do we begin? So I had this thought as I was preparing for this talk, and I thought about the tools that I use in order to share LifeWave with others. First of all, I have 2 good tools that never leave me. Does anybody know what they are? I guarantee you that each one of you have them too. They're on the sides of your head. There's a hint. They're your ears. Your ears are your tools. Listen to people. Make eye contact with people. Listen to what they're saying and connect with your eyes, and you will hear them. Oftentimes, we're too busy to hear people. And when we really connect in a authentic way that we can be present in a conversation, not texting on our phones, not trying to do a million things, just stop and listen to people and you will hear what's inside of them. And I'm just going to give you an example of hearing something and how you might be able to share. Let's say you're at work and somebody is, sitting at the water cooler or the coffee station, and you're having a conversation, and they say to you, "So, what'd you do this weekend?" And they say, "Oh, well, I was running with the kids." And you say, "Yeah, we did that too. And busy week, yeah, just grabbing my fix here. I just got to get some energy again because it's been such a busy weekend or such a busy week." And you say, "It has been for me too. And I understand it's a busy life. Oh yeah, it's such a busy life." You want to know what's really helped me? What's that? These crazy little LifeWave patches. They have made such a difference in my life. And I just find that it's been the greatest gift ever to bring some balance back in my life. If you want to find out more about them, I'd be happy to share. But I just thought I'd tell you that. Carry on with your conversation. Let it go. Let it hit the ethers and let that butterfly effect take hold. And why I say that is let it go is oftentimes we who think we have to sell something, because we don't have to sell. Remember, we're going to be authentic. We're going to share. When we let that go, we allow that thought process, that curiosity to take hold. Maybe it's a week from now that you encounter that person again. And they say, "You remember when you were telling me, how do those things work?" "Oh, well, let me send you a video. Let me show you how they work." Or I whip up my hair and I show the, X39 on the back of my neck. And I'm like, "This is what it is. This is all it is. Can you believe that these things work? It's changed me." And they'll often go, "Oh, okay, well, yeah, I'd love to for you to share something." And so that's another way of sharing. And, it might be 2 months down the road. And this is exactly what happened to me this week. One of the girls that works for me has noticed, first of all, she noticed my hair because my hair has been growing faster and thicker. And then she noticed that my mood has changed. Like stress does not affect me the way it used to. And she said, "What have you been doing?" And I said, "Greta, to be honest, it's those patches." "Really?" I said, "Honestly, I will tell you with 100% of my soul behind this that they work." I said, "It's the only thing I've changed." And she goes, "Well, I've noticed you don't get migraines anymore." I'm like, "No." And then she said, "My husband is under such intense stress. Do you think they would work for him?" And I said, "Absolutely." And I let it go. Well, I'm waiting for her to come back with the curiosity again to say, "Here, I'll send you a video. This is how they work." I'm not going to push it because you don't have to. You just have to listen to people. I show them. I offer to send a video when people are ready for that. I use the LiveYounger site a lot. So if you haven't gone on to LiveYounger.com, and we're going to post in the WhatsApp chat, if you'd like to customize your LiveYounger site. Pete, is that available for everybody to do now? Just give me to customize your LiveYounger site.
It's only for directors right now, Lana. That will
okay.
come very soon. We'll make the announcement probably by the May call for sure.
Perfect. Okay, great. So stay posted for that because that's another tool we can use. There's a tool that a lot of people don't use, and I'd like you to utilize it, and that's called a three-way call. And if you would like somebody to be on a three-way call, your upline director, and share stories like this or share experiences like this. I know Joe and I have done a number of them and they work amazing. So please do utilize the tools that you have. And if you find a YouTube channel that really resonates with you, just dig deep into that and feel free. What I've done is I have a YouTube playlist, and I will share my YouTube playlist. They're my favorite videos with anybody who wants them. If you want to see what I send to people, I'm very willing to do that. And so those are my tools that I use. Also, my biggest tool I use is DocTalk. So every Sunday night, I send out the link, and I've actually started to do it through an email. I send out the link to my team, and I've sent it out the last few weeks with a testimonial that's come from our team. So the first testimonial I shared was with the DocTalk link, and I saw people on the DocTalk that hadn't been on. The testimonials are powerful when they come from people that you know, and I loved it. I want to share with you the testimonial that I got. One of my friends who's been on the patches, using the patches since November, had some eyesight issues, and she was very concerned that she was losing her eyesight. And she's been actually using the X39 at night, which not a lot of people do use it at night because it gives you energy, but for her it works. And this many months in, she woke up in the morning and she went to check her messages and her email, and she read her messages in her email, and she went to push up her glasses and they weren't on her face. So her vision has improved that much that she is able to read her phone without her glasses. And she's absolutely excited. It's changing her world. And those are the kind of stories that we need to hear, because they're just wonderful stories of hope. And that's why DocTalk is one of the best resources that I use. So I wanna liken this to if you were playing baseball. I'm a big sports fan. I played baseball as up until my high school years. And then I veered off into a few other sports. But when was it appropriate to swing for the fences, and when was it appropriate to get on base? Well, I want to liken this process of using this gift that you've been given to just getting on base, and to trust in the process. And like Carl said, let the results go. So getting on first base might be the conversation at the water cooler that I just detailed to you with your coworker. Now that's someone that's a warm market for you. So these are people like your family, your coworkers, maybe friends that you see on a regular basis. You can probably think about those kinds of people. So we want to get from first base all the way to home base. But what is home base? And for me, home base is improvement in health. It's not signing up. That's an offshoot result from getting people feeling better. And that's where authenticity comes in. Wouldn't it be great if you said to somebody, hey, how are you doing? Do people respond to you going, I feel great? Or do they say, oh, I'm okay? And they want to tell you why things are a little less than okay. Most people, I would say, are the latter. I've noticed that when people ask how I am, I actually say, I am great. And I can honestly say that prior to these LifeWave patches, I don't know if I would have said that. I actually put my socks on without sitting on a bed the other day. And that was like a huge aha moment. I'm like, wow, I can put my socks on without my back hurting. This is amazing. So getting on to first base, I'm sorry, I went off the topic there for a little bit, but as you move people along in the process of curiosity and discovering, that's where you move people along in the bases. But is there a time when you want to swing for the fences? And is there a time when you're only going to see people once? And like Judy was saying, she was on a cruise. I know Pete and Hannah have been traveling. I know Carl, you're traveling all the time. And there are times when you need to swing for the fences. And that's when you might never see a person before. But how can you do that with authenticity? Because sometimes it feels like then you're trying to sell somebody when you don't really, you don't really know them. Well, you don't know them at all. But you want to come across as authentic. So how do you do that? Well, let's say you're traveling. Let's say you're at an airport and you happen to sit beside somebody, and you say, hey, where are you traveling to? What are you up to? And people are always more than willing to tell you where they're going and who they're going to see. I mean, I'm heading out to my daughter in Halifax in another month and a half, and I'm so excited that I tell everybody where I'm going. And you know, it's fun to have that exchange with people, and that's really cool. But usually when you're on an airplane, it's draining. And easy way of doing this is, you know, where are you off to? I'm off to a conference. Oh, how about you? Well, you know, I'm headed to go see my daughter in Halifax. Nice. Well, you know, I find traveling to be tiring. Oh, I do too. But, you know, things have really changed for me. I use these phototherapy patches, and wow, traveling experience is way better. Pardon me? Yeah, traveling experience for me is awesome. If you want me to share some more information with you, I'd be happy to give you my card, or if I can grab your email, I'll email you some information. People are more than willing to find out why you are doing such a great job of flying. And, you know, those are the times where you can swing for the fences, because really, what have you got to lose? You've got nothing to lose, except you've got so much to share that maybe you could improve that person's world. And that's a time when just a simple connection, hey, that's a great purse you have on there, thanks. And you've got the connection made between the person. And tell them why you're feeling great. People love to hear from people who are feeling great. And it's just simple. It's you know, I've been using this amazing technology that hardly anybody knows about. And I'd love to share it with you if you're listening, if you want to learn more. Leave it at that. Offered, I mean, I've actually started keeping, and I think Judy mentioned this when we began, keeping LifeWave in my purse along with Eon, because I find that for people who are in pain, and a lot of people will tell you when they're in pain, that it's just easy to patch. And so if you're unsure how to do that, again, talk to your upline director or visit the LifeWave education site's YouTube channel, and you'll learn how to patch. But as you get more experienced with this, you'll be able to figure out how to get those results in 5 minutes or less with pain patches. So that's some of the tips that I have when it's appropriate to swing for the fences, and when it's appropriate for you to get on first base. The other thing is, this has to be acknowledged, that don't put the pressure on yourself to be perfect. When you first started playing sports or whatever might be the case, were you perfect at it? I would beg to say that you probably weren't, that practice makes perfect. But show up. If you keep showing up in your authenticity and be consistent with sharing, even when you've met some no's, that's okay. Because if you remain true to yourself and reflective of your experience in what LifeWave has done for your improvements in your health or those that you love, it will come from your heart when you share this. And as long as you're willing to open your mouth and use your ears to hear what people are saying, I guarantee you that those people will listen, and they will be very gracious to you when you don't say exactly the right things, because when you speak from your heart, they see what you're saying and they feel what you're saying. They don't hang on every word, even if it's not perfect. So don't be afraid to be perfect. You don't have to be. So my messages to you tonight are, in recapping, you are authentic because you are here, and this brought you to a place to be here, and you want to share with others, or you want to learn how this is going to be more for you than you ever could imagine. So be authentic. You don't have to sell. You just have to share from your heart and learn from the tools that we've highlighted tonight, but also be willing to listen and be willing to connect with people, make eye contact, and really care about what they're saying. And if there's a way that you can interject with this gift that we've been given, and it can come from your heart, I guarantee you that those people that are telling you their stories will be more than willing to listen to the solution that you have for some of the heartache that they feel. I know that's definitely been my experience. And then be consistent and show up. So not just in learning more, but in doing the things to care about others, because that in itself will build trust and will build connection. And as time goes, you will find that people will come to you because you're a caring ear to listen to, and they will ask for your advice. And that's been my experience. I have a lot of people that will say, "What do you think?" And I can share with them what I think because I know it's coming from my heart. So,
Hey, Lana,
yeah,
I'm just not to cut you off, but we do have a bit of a schedule here that we got to get through yet, and I really appreciate you sharing. I know you could go on and on here,
yeah,
but
good. I'm glad because I run away with time. So how are we? Because
yeah,
I am right at the end.
it's wonderful, Lana, what you're
Good.
sharing. I really appreciate you. Do you have any closing words that you want to close with real, like 10 seconds here?
My 10-second word is let's show up to the calls, let's show up to the meetings, and let's show up to our people and be consistent. And if you have any questions, please direct them to your upline, or I'm willing to listen to.
Beautiful, Lana. So well said, And one of the things I just want to add here in closing for Lana's segment, from the moment Hannah and I met Lana, I want to share a quick little story, if I may. And Lana was a connection through a mutual friend of ours who lives in Playa del Carmen, Mexico. And as someone who had been in LifeWave and wasn't doing the business, didn't have the bandwidth, wonderful soul, loves health, loves people, but didn't have the bandwidth. And I said one thing to him: who do you know that's dynamic that I could connect with to help you grow your business? And he said the name Lana. You have to meet my friend Lana. So Hannah and I went out of our way to meet Lana on our way to Calgary, Alberta. It didn't work the first year, but the second year it finally worked. And we connected with Lana. And what a connection it was. And one thing, listening to Lana share, and one thing, when you real eyes, what you have your hands on, and you see it, you feel it, the way Lana described here tonight, and you realize what you have here, how can you not share this with other people? It just doesn't make any sense not to share. When you find something so absolutely mind-numbingly beautiful, that really does make a difference. So I want to thank you, Lana, for sharing that. And it's been real special to have you on the call. We're going to have you back again. But we do have to get through a couple more things here. And so thank you so much, Lana. And we have got Lily Fehr on standby. It's Rowena who gave the first testimonial. It's her mother. It's also in Carl's network and Roger and Corolla's network. And I think Lily is personally sponsored by Roger and Corolla. So I would like to call on Lily from Winnipeg, who's also going to be at the Winnipeg Roadshow this Friday. And Lily, if you'd unmute yourself and come on and just share your testimony with us in 2 minutes or less. That'd be wonderful. Thank you, Lily. Welcome. Is Lily with us?
She is, but she's muted.
Okay, she remains muted. Okay, we'll wait for Lily to unmute if she's maybe not in. Oh, there she is. Wonderful. Hello, Lily.
Yeah, hi. Can you hear me now?
Hear you loud and clear, Lily. Wonderful.
Okay.
Take it away.
Okay, we'll do it very quickly. Yeah, I had heard a little bit on the side about these patches from somewhere. I don't recall who introduced me or who talked to me about it, but I couldn't lift my arm, my left arm, couldn't stretch it forward or backwards. I was in so much pain. So I went to what now is my upline and asked if she had anything for pain. That had been going on, actually. This situation had been going on for years. I had slid off a wooden stairs, and I ended up falling with my little grandson in my arm, and we both got hurt. I mean, he was very surprised, and I was very hurt. So I could never lift my arm, my left arm. Couldn't work with it, and most of the time I would hold it with my right arm. I was in so much pain. And one pain patch, the LifeWave, that she put on on my shoulder, and it was just on my sweater, on my left shoulder. And we stood there and talked for a bit, and the pain became less and less. And all of a sudden, it felt like it was gone, almost gone, the pain, because I was before in so much pain. I was so grateful. And she gave me 2 X39s. So I put them on my desk. I didn't know really what to do with them, but I saw that she was wearing a patch on her neck. So a couple of days later, I thought I still had a little bit of pain in my shoulder when I was moving it, and nothing like before. And so I put one of those X39s on my neck, and then I sat down in my chair at my desk, and I all of a sudden, it was miraculous. The pain was just completely gone. Where they're deep in my shoulder joint, I couldn't. There was absolutely zero pain within 20 minutes. So
Wow, Lily, it's powerful. Was this about the same time Lily joined, or I mean, Rowena joined? Did you put Rowena in right away, your daughter, or was this long before Rowena came in?
No, I joined almost a year before, but we had no patches in Canada except for the Alavida.
Oh, LifeWave. Yeah,
But
we had only Alavida and LifeWave, right? That's the only 2 patches we had during that time, right?
I can't even remember that we had even had the LifeWave. I know my first order was an Alavida kit that I bought, and I've been using it ever since. But I don't know. It doesn't work for everybody that fast. But I was I'm sold on it because it works. It does work. If people say they can't feel anything, maybe it still works. I know it does something in their
Lily, we
body.
see it. We see it in you. Even Margaret sitting here beside me says she looks so much healthier than she did in the beginning. She looks so much younger. Her skin looks better. You know, other people, it's not just Hannah and myself that have noticed it from the road show. I mean, you've been volunteering at the last 2 road shows, right? And you've been progressively reversing your aging, Lily. It's very, very obvious. And anybody who's seen you and your energy levels, they have really done you well, Lily. You look great, you know.
Yeah,
So
there are this and that little things that come up that, but like what Lana was saying about cleansing, I have been doing very regular, doing the renew, the glutathione, and that's supposed to clean us from the heavy metals that we have accumulated our entire life. We have been accumulating toxins in our body.
For sure. So, but we're coming close to the top of the hour here, Lily. I want to thank you for sharing your story. And you came in a very time when LifeWave was under threat by Health Canada. I remember that so well. And some people doubted it. LifeWave would ever come back in full force. And look at it today. Wow, it's incredible. They're doing a road show right now, and we're looking forward to seeing you guys all in Winnipeg. And I know, unfortunately, Lana and Karen and the team that came out last year, they're not able to coordinate the schedule this year, but we will look forward to having as many people from Winnipeg area and surrounding area. And if you're on a call from outside of Winnipeg, you know, we're going to invite everybody out. Lily's going to be working at the desk as well, helping register with corporate. So she's always willing to fill in and just help. So I really appreciate that, Lily. So I want to thank you for your testimony today, and it's lovely having you with us again, as always, Lily. Any closing words that you want to share in 10 seconds or less?
The encouragement for people, if they don't feel anything right away, to be consistent, hydrate very well, and just don't give up. Quitting is not an option. It is working.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Lily. Really appreciate you so much. And it'll be great to see you on Friday again. So 6:30, everybody, 1740 Ellis Avenue, Holiday Inn, Winnipeg, Manitoba. It's going to be great. So, all right, we're going to move along here now. I think we're just about at the top of the hour here. And a few things that I want to share here yet in closing. And is Chris Mandel with us tonight? I know he was scheduled, Corolla, he was scheduled to share a little bit too. Is Chris with us or not tonight?
No, he's not here.
Okay, no worries. We'll catch him next time. So I just want to close today with sharing that we have, like Lana said, we have so many wonderful things to share with our people and just to connect with as many people as we can. And what's really exciting is this promotion that we have going on, the director manager maker promotion. It's a very exciting time to be with LifeWave because we just came off of the promotion where we had the opportunity to help people rank up to the next level of from core to premium or premium to or advanced to premium. So that was a very effective promotion. Volume was up, and right now is a really exciting time because we have the opportunity to rank up and earn an extra bonus. As Lana was mentioning, I hadn't covered that, but each one of you got an email from LifeWave, and in the email are the details of the contest. Call it Manager Maker. If you advance someone in your team to manager and or you advance someone to director, that the person that's advancing and you, the recipient, the sponsor of the person, will have a promotion. There's a bonus, some cash bonuses in. Check your email. Get familiar with that because I know Lana has some amazing growth happening in her team right now. She's got another manager coming up, a director coming up, actually 2 directors coming up within the next 2 to 3 weeks. So it's going to put her to the senior director level. So that's really exciting. So congratulations, Lana, for that. And anybody else who's got any activity in their group. Manager is simple, 2 people, 1, 2 on the left, 2 on the right. And you become a manager, and it's really exciting to build that because it's entry level to leadership in LifeWave. So there's lots more to share, but we've gone on quite a while here. Carl, do you have any closing words? Anything you want to share? I know Judy gave you MC responsibilities here, so take it away.
Well, we've had a full call here.
Full call.
And Lana, you have given us a lot to think about. I want to make just a couple of closing comments here. First of all, thank you for showing up here. That's important. As Lana said, show up on the calls, show up on these calls, show up on the Zoom calls, educate yourself, equip yourself to be able to share what we're doing here in this challenge of detoxing and cleansing our bodies is, I think, going to accomplish a couple of things. Number one, it's going to increase our believability in the product. You know, Lana touched on it briefly, you know, how you can lose your first love for something. And I think this is going to ignite a fire in all of us. And it's going to be, in many ways, an opportunity for us to bring other people in on this thing. Because I don't think there's a person alive who isn't concerned about the toxins in our body. I mean, as RFK begins to talk more and more, and the truth comes out about our food and our air and our water, people are looking for it. And the problem is often stated, but here's the solution. I think this is an excellent opportunity to bring people in and to be able to get them at a level where they can feel comfortable and start. And we're going to be talking a lot about it. I really applaud Lana for bringing this forward. We look forward to working with Judy on it and others as we build this program out. In final closing, the roadshow is on in Winnipeg, and it's continuing on, making its way. Great opportunity to invite people to kick the tires at LifeWave. So the tools are all there. This is a question of what do you want to do with it? It's up to you. It's up to me to utilize the tools that are given to us. And fortunately, we're in the right group. Robin and Gregory and the LiveYounger team has given us an incredible structure in which to build a business if we so choose. But it's up to the individuals to do it. And so reach out to your upline. They're your first point of contact to inspire you, to answer your questions, and to help get motivated. Do those 3-way calls, as Lana says. They are magic. We don't do enough of them. They are powerful. So a lot of good stuff here. Encourage everyone to review this video again. And from my home and from Pete and Hannah and Margaret and to all of you, thank you for showing up. And God bless you as you go on this way. And we're going to have a lot more to say in the next few weeks. So from my house, good night to everybody there.
Thank you. Good
Good night, everyone.